So hi guys, yesterday I was sitting, uh, doing my stuff in my computer and uploading a video and just Googling. And then I heard some kind of like a small explosion, bam, the whole room, the electricity goes down. And the next thing I know that I cannot restart the computer. I push the button, but it won't, power on. And I disconnected all the cables, just, to check that maybe it's okay. Maybe there was some kind of, I don't know, electricity tension, or, I disconnected all the cables and just pushed the power button in order to release any electricity tension. And I tried it several times, but it won't work. So the second thing that I will try in order to see if basically the power supply is dead, which I'm already sure that it's dead, but I'm gonna clean all the fans, the dust of the fans, and then I'll try to connect once again. And obviously the next step is I'm gonna purchase the suppliers. I'm gonna disconnect the old one and put the new one. Hopefully it's only the power supplier issue, and that the motherboard wasn't infected. So let's pray for this, because this computer is Xeon. If you know, this is a very high-end processor, and it costs a lot of money. So I really invested in this computer, and it's really weird that the power supply, that in total it happened, because the computer is really high-end. So and it's PC. So I kind of get disappointed that even if you invest money in PC, stuff happens. And I really try my best to treat computer in a decent way. From time to time, I clean the fans, and it still, went his own way. And I even bought a special tower case in order that the whole system will be cooled off. There won't be any issues, but still, so let's pray it's only the power supply. So here is the semi-tower station. Here it is. Here is the computer. Very big. And so we're gonna open it up and clean all the fans. I don't think I need this. I just can open it up like that. And very carefully. Yeah, very carefully. Okay. Well, it's dirty enough, I guess, but it's very strange, and I end up thinking that this dirt could possibly make the computer stop it from working. I think, let's get some lights into here. Dirt is really, casual. I cannot say that that's what caused the computer, explode. That's basically the amount of dirt that I usually, clean the computer. I don't really know what could be possibly make this computer, or the supply stop working. This is the kind of amount of dirt that I don't think have any influence. It's just really casual dirt. Partly I clean with wet, wipes, like baby wipes, but it has no alcohol or any kind of scent. And so this is good, you know, gently cleaning places where, you know, it's okay to do this, like here, but apparently inside I cannot clean here with some wet wipes. So I'm using fan or brush, you know, gently just cleaning it. At first I thought it's not that dirty, but it's pretty dirty. And it's gonna take me some while because it has to be gentle. I cannot, you know, put any pressure on the fan. I just don't know any other way to clean it, really. It's just taking it off gently, not pressing. I think it's pretty much clean. I try to do it as gently with wet wipes as possible. So let's move on into inside, which is obviously the most difficult part. As you can see here, the dust we're gonna clean with this very gentle brush. It has very gentle bristles. So let's see if it helps. Let's see, maybe this, yeah, slightly. But still, I know I'll have to re-clean it again, but still, obviously, something in there is gonna still remain. So I'll try fan and the brush. I don't have any other options, I think, but I think it's working. It's working well. Yeah. You know, thankfully, I'm not allergic to dust, so otherwise, you know, I wouldn't like to pay to someone, you know, to clean the dust, because I know there are you know, computer companies providing service like that, but I don't know. I believe I manage on my own doing this, and I also like to learn new stuff, so I think I benefit from this twice. Probably the cables I'm gonna clean with the wet wipes, and here as well inside. I think some parts could be cleaned with wet wipes. This is not any kind of a board, so in this case it doesn't matter how gentle you are, because obviously you have to be gentle with this kind of thing, but here it doesn't really matter. I just really hope that it's just the power supplier, and that's it, and nothing else, because, you know, lately my car broke down, and I'm gonna say a silly thing. Since I want to buy a new car, I actually fixed the old car. Sounds silly, right? But since I want to buy a new car, I am saving money. And in order to just, you know, save some time, because I am really not that kind of person who like loans. I'm just chatting with you while cleaning, you know. And so that's why I save money, in order to, in the future, just you come with your money and you buy whatever you want. Just patience. All we need sometimes is patience. So I fixed the old car, and I don't want my computer now to die, really, you know. But sometimes there are, you know, moments in life that everything breaks down, everything, and it's just one piece by another, and you're like, what the is going on, you know? And then just trying to keep yourself together, not to get broken. By the way, this is a really good, you know, case for a computer. This is Corsair 500, and I really love it because you can keep everything in order, but also you are able to place a lot of fans to cool the stuff here. So in order to clean these two fans, we're gonna have to take it out. I'm pulling this off. So I opened the front panel, and here are the dirty fans. And here is the filter mesh, which also needed to be cleaned. I cleaned the computer and I got it back, put all the cables there back, and we are going to see if it maybe will, you know, when I push the power button, it will work. Nothing. And so next step is going to put a new power supplier, and hopefully it will work. That will be basically the end of the story. So this is the new power supply by Corsair. This is 650 watt. This is an active and modular power supply. And for those of you who do not know what it means, basically a modular power supply means that you put here, as you can see, the required wires that you need. If you don't need, you don't add. So basically that means an active power supply, that it uses the exact amount of watt that is needed, and if you need less, it will use less, and of course this is the maximum. So that's what it means. So this is an active and modular. I really haven't installed power supply in my life, so it's gonna be ever first experience, and hopefully this operation goes well. Let's see what's inside. Well, cables, right? It's not hard to understand. And this is a connection cable. And more cables. Cables, and this is the power supply itself. And cables. So it seems like very simple, because you've got here different connections, so you just puzzle it all out. That's it basically. You just puzzle everything out, because every connection is different from the other. So it should be very, very simple. So here it is. It's a big fan here, and well, nothing special, just a box supplying power. So my husband has joined me on board, and we are putting aside the old power supply. And in order to do so, the white panel is kind of on the way with the big fan. So we're disconnecting it and putting it aside. And the next step is that we are untying the cable tie, so we have more room to work. And here are the different cables, and we are choosing the right one for the city. We're disconnecting the old cable from the old power supply and connecting the new one. And we are just putting aside the old cable, so we know that we already replaced it. This is really very simple, because you see here CPU and you connect it to CPU. We disconnected motherboard, and we're gonna connect a new supplier cable. Here it is, the same, very simple, and you just can connect the new one. This side we've got fans and hard disks. So we are gonna disconnect the old cables of the power supplier and connect the new ones. So we finally disconnected the old cables of this old power supplier, and that's it. We can proceed with this work more easily, right? Because it's more kind of clean. Here you've got cables that you don't even need if you have a simple power supplier. So partly the cables are not the one the ones that you do not need, they are not connected, but they're still in the case. So with this power supplier, you connect just the cables that you need. So it's gonna be, I think, a cleaner look right now, right? Yeah. All right, so we got the computer back to my studio here, and we're gonna press the button. Yay! The power is on. The case is really nice with those, you know, lights on. And let's see. Ta-da! All right, so the only thing that cost here was the new power supplier. And I feel very successful right now, really. It makes me so proud that, you know, some things you just can do on your own, and you don't need any kind of, you know, hire some, oh my God, I just thought, you know, for a second there. So you don't need to hire any professional, you know, services, and you can do it on your own and you learn. And that's it, guys. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.